I'm back. I'm gonna do my everyday, like my casual makeup routine. I don't put makeup on every single day, but whoa, okay. Hair secured. I'm gonna start by doing a little bit of skincare. If I'm looking that way, it's because I'm looking in the mirror. Sorry. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Eye Cream. This one is in a tester pot. I haven't bought it yet. Trying it out and it seems so far so good. I'm also filming with my phone today, so if the quality is a little bit. Sorry for abandoning YouTube, by the way. Yeah. So I've been using these serums, Makeup Cosmetica antioxidant serum. Just a little bit of that. I just like that it gives me a nice glow. And then adding to the glow, I'm also gonna do the Tatcha Dewy Serum. Dewy Skin Serum, is that what it's called? Dewy Serum. Now that that's on, I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream as well. I'm also a dry skin, so I do the most. Delicious. It's gonna be a really quick video. I'm literally just going to see some friends for a sleepover. Oh, I forgot to put my light on. Wait, hold on. I don't know if that did anything, but it's on. So now I'm gonna put a little bit of sunscreen, Makeup Cosmetica SPF 50 Sun Serum. Oh shoot, it's got all over my carpet. Don't forget the neck. Okay, now onto the makeup. I think I'm gonna use a little bit of primer today. I'm just gonna use the Hollywood Falls filter. The writing's all gone, but Hollywood Falls filter. I don't do this every day. I usually just go straight in with the tinted moisturizer. I'm feeling the extra steps today. Sometimes I use my fingers and sometimes I use a sponge. Where art thou, my sponge? Where art thou? Okay. I can't find my sponge. It's probably fallen into one of these drawers. Oh my god, are you serious? Hello? Also, my ADHD brain doesn't let me see things on the table, so I'm just gonna skim through it one more time. Let me look for it. It's my sponge. Hello? Do I just like, am I just blind? What's happening? Just gonna check my room. Not in my room. What the frick? What the frick? This is the longest I've ever looked for something. Knowing me, it's like right in front of my face. Just checking this bag in case it fell in here. Is this reality right now? Idiot. I'm just gonna wash it. Okay. Anyways, I'm just gonna bounce that on my skin. Now that the skin is looking nice and fresh and dewy, I'm gonna go in with some tinted moisturizer. This one is the Light Wonder by Charlotte Tilbury, and it's in the shade 7. Am I a YouTuber? Hello. Just go straight in. Usually I even use my fingers, but I'm just gonna use my sponge. It's just a really light coverage tinted moisturizer. It's super nice. I've been making a lot of TikToks lately, so go check that out. Clearly I haven't been on YouTube. Yeah, I just neglected it and went on TikTok and Instagram. I'm trying to get back on YouTube because my mom tells me to. Now that that's on, I'm gonna do a little bit of cream bronzer. This changes every time, by the way, my products, but today I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury, this thingy. Oh girl, she's running out. Ooh. Whoa. And a little bit on the nose, a little bit down here. You gotta lock this, okay? Otherwise, it'll keep squirting out and run out really quickly. I'm gonna bounce that into my skin. I'm gonna do a base routine for when I do my glam, because I got asked that on my TikTok, and I went on TikTok live and people were like, can I please have a base routine? So it's coming. Amazing. Just leave it like that. We'll fix it up later. Now for liquid blush. I really like this one for makeover. I'm pretty sure, don't look under my nails, there's makeup all over it. I'm pretty sure this is an Indonesian brand. By the way, the contour stick I use in the shade, the contour wand, I use in the shade medium deep. So this one is an Indonesian brand, so I don't know if you can find it anywhere else. But another favorite of mine in liquid, well, cream blushes is also the Stila. I think this one's in the shade Lilium. You can't see it anymore. But it's a really pretty, it's botched, but it's a pretty shade. So another alternative. I just pump this into my hands and then I get a sponge and I'll bounce it here. It really depends on the day, like how much I want to do. Usually I just do this and a little bit of concealer and then I'm good to go, but today I'll do a little bit more. Also, don't pump that much product because you're not going to use it and I'm just going to wipe it off. And this one is in the shade 3. All my Indo watchers, if there are any, this is the shade that I use. Now, a little bit of concealer. I use the Hourglass, ew, it's so dirty. Hourglass Vanish Stick in the shade Oat. I just pump a little bit on these areas. Usually I use less, sometimes I use more. Again, it really depends, but today, this is what I'm feeling. I let that dry for a little bit. It's so freaking hot in here too, so I'm just gonna fan myself, take a little fanning break. I'm gonna take this off too because why is it boiling hot and I'm wearing this? I'm gonna blend that in. This is the RMS sponge, by the way. I really like it. Oh, it's so grotty because I use it, obviously. I'm just bouncing that underneath the eyes. Sometimes I go in with my fingers to blend it as well. Again, depends on the day and what I feel like. I feel like when I use my fingers, it goes a little bit deeper into the skin and it's less like on top of the skin, if you know what I mean. A little bit around my nose. Whoa, I feel a pimple come in on my nose. Ew. Those are the most painful ones too. My forehead and the nose. I still contour my nose a little bit even on a natural day because I feel like it's so fucked. Okay, sometimes I don't powder my face, sometimes I do. It really depends. Sometimes I don't powder the full thing or just like half the face, but today, because I'm feeling really shiny, I'm gonna powder a bit. So I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury powder Airbrush Flawless Finish in the shade One Fair. I'm actually gonna use a powder puff for this. So I just take a little bit of the product and I set wherever I want to, and it's mainly like the midsection of the face. I miss my under eyes because I'm gonna go in with a different powder. I love this powder because it's super smoothing. Like, oh, I wish I did like a side-by-side comparison, but I'm not a YouTube boss, so I will learn and do better. So a little bit on my forehead, that just instantly mattified it. I don't know if you could tell, one of my faves. Now what I'm gonna do is go and use the Huda Beauty powder. So I used the powder in Cherry Blossom Cake. My fave under eye powder ever. Huda Beauty powder is so smoothing. It's crazy. It's like, what did they put in here? Make sure the under eyes are nice and smooth. Sometimes I go back in and use a sponge again. I'm just gonna, usually it depends again on the day if I just want to set it or if I want to bake it. Today I think we're just gonna do a bit of a set. So I'm putting the excess of the product on my hand and then just going in under the eyes. So you can just see how bright the under eye looks. Same thing on the other side. I definitely don't set every single day or use powders every single day. I just feel like that's when it gets a little bit heavy. And then down my nose. Okay, because I use powders today, I feel like it kind of diffused a little bit of the bronzer and the blush, so I want to put a little bit more on. For the bronzer, I'm gonna use my Too Faced one today. I've been really liking it. Usually I go for my Charlotte Tilbury, but wait, actually, no, I'm gonna go for my Charlotte Tilbury because it's in a lighter color. Shade 2, medium. My fave, obviously. And then I just swirl it. And I tap on top of where we put the bronzer before. A little bit on the forehead. Jawline. Get that snatched jaw. And then down my neck so it matches, because I know sometimes I should be looking darker than my neck. So sometimes I even go back in with my sponge and like bounce that into the skin. I just like everything looking super smooth. And also that Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder, like it still leaves a bit of a glow, like even in the areas that I did set it. So now I'm gonna go in with blush. So I was gonna gatekeep this blush, but whatever. I'll show you. It's the RMS blush in French Rosé. And I love this blush because it's disgusting, but it has a little bit of a sheen to it. I don't know if you can tell, but it's super pretty on the cheeks. Sometimes I don't even have to use highlighter when I put it on. That's why I love it. So I'm just gonna tap this. Also on like a more natural day, wait, I'm gonna gatekeep that one until I do a video. You can see that it just gives you the nicest bit of glow. I love it. If you hear that in the background, I don't know why I just kept my, is that Bailey Sarian? Yeah, I just kept her video going. I was watching her this morning. Sometimes I go back in with the powder puff, and with the excess, I sort of just blend the powder and the blush together. And then wherever there's harsher lines, I just tap that in. Okay, so now I'm gonna do my nose contour because she's looking a little bit back. So I go in with a brush like this. Oh, by the way, this one is for my bronzer, the Morphe M527. I love big brushes for bronzer. And then the blush brush, I actually use the Mecca Cosmetica double-ended finishing powder. So it has two sides. Sometimes I use this to like get rid of my bake. And then this one, oh great. Oh, it's Zoeva. Oh my god, this is such an old brush. Zoeva 234 Luxe Smoky Shader. That's what it's called. But anything that's like that sort of shape. Go in underneath my nose. I'm just doing this lightly because again, it's just I'm not really doing much today. And then I go in the middle of my nose and create that cute little button nose line. And then super lightly down the sides of that tip. And then down the bridge. I don't go too hard on my more natural days. I'm gonna show you also like a super natural day one time, but this is like if I want to be a little more glam. So cute. Sometimes I go in on my eyelids as well, just for a little bit of a bronze, but I don't put any like concealer or foundation in there because I like to use my natural like shadow as an eyeshadow. Sometimes I also go under, not always. I'm just gonna do a little bit. And then a little bit over my Cupid's bow, make my lips look a little bigger, and underneath my lid. I'm gonna quickly go in and highlight my nose. I've been really liking using this glitter. It's called the Space Powder by Urban Decay, and honestly, I don't think they even sell this anymore. I've had this for such a long time, and the first time that I ever opened it and used it was, oh, you really can't see it. Hello? There, but it's a really pretty glitter, and the first time I even opened it or used it was yesterday. But I'm gonna go in with my usual one, and then I'll do that over the top. But this is my Mecca Cosmetica Enlighten powder. Everything that I'm showing you is so dirty, but it's because I use it every single day. Go in with a little brush like this one. This one is Morphe. Came in a collection, I don't know, but it's that type of brush. And just go in and put that on the tip of my nose. And down the bridge. And then with that other powder, I like to do the same placement, but it just gives me a bit of glitter. Probably can't tell on the camera, but it's so pretty in person. And then I like to go in the inner corners of the eyes. Just add a bit more glue. Now for brows, I just go in with my Bobbi Brown. It's called it's the Bobbi Brown Natural Brow Shaper. This is my favorite. It has a little bit of a tint to it. And ew, sorry about the foundation under my nails. Ew. This one's in the shade Frick, it peeled off. Mahogany maybe? Anyways, I just brush my brows up into the side a little bit. But yeah, it gives them a little bit more of a tint as well. I don't go too hard on the fronts of my brows because I want that to still be a bit of a fade. And that's the difference. They're just a little bit darker and brushed. Okay, super easy. Sometimes I conceal under them, but today I can't be bothered. Second to last step is mascara. I curl the out of my eyelashes. Where's my curler? Okay, so this one is literally just a really old curler I had since I was like 12. The band thingy I changed. It's like one of my Kevin Aquan ones. I also like the Kevin Aquan. It's just this one. But yeah, I think this is just so good. I don't know what it is. Maybe Shumra. But it's made in Japan. That's all I know. So I'll show you how I curl my lashes. I have this thing where every time I curl my lashes, my forehead gets so wrinkled up. So I need to learn how to not do that. I'm just gonna use this mirror instead. So I just go right down on the roots of my lashes, clamp that a few times. I go a little bit above that, then a little more above that, back to near the base, and then back to the root. Okay, same with the other side. Sometimes I even curl the bottom of my eyelashes. Yeah, actually I kind of want to do that today, so you'll see. Okay, so for the bottom of my eyelashes, I flip the curler around and I go under like that. I've been doing this since I was like 11. I was obsessed with my friends having like really long bottom lashes, and obviously I didn't really have any, so I would do this every day. And I'm gonna go in with my mascara. This one's the Maybelline Hyper Curl Waterproof, but I bought this one in Indo. I don't know if they have, I swear the formula is different. I swear. This one is just so good. I had to take like a million home. I only have 2 left. Just put this on. That's the difference. My eyelashes aren't long or thick, so it's not crazy difference, but you know, it's something. I'm sure everybody knows this, but if you have any mascara like get on the eyelids, leave it to dry and then get like a spoolie. This one has brow soap in it, sorry. And you just kind of flick it off. It's like it just never happened. So like layer it up right at the ends because that's where I want the most, like, it's even like a smoky effect kind of, because I like my eyes like a little heavier on the outside to kind of elongate a little bit more. Okay, bottom lashes. Depending on the day or the mood as well, I can do the whole thing or just the outside. And I even do like a nude eyeliner if I want to, but I think today I'm just gonna do a little bit of mascara on the outer part and not the whole way through. A little bit more accentuated on that outside. Okay, amazing. I'm just gonna set all that with some Charlotte Tilbury spray. It's the airbrush spray. I'm sure everybody knows about this. It's like the best thing ever. Hello? Hello? Please. The best spray ever. It literally holds your makeup forever. Okay. Let that dry, and then I'm gonna go in and do my lips. So again, this is depending on the day. Depending on the day, I either use MAC Strip Down pencil liner or the Bare Minerals lip crayon in Crushed Rose. Crushed Rose is a more lip color vibe. This one's a bit more brown. I'm thinking Strip Down today. I obviously overline, that's no secret. I think I'm just gonna do a little bit of a gloss. So this is the Kosas lip oil in the shade Unzipped. This is what it looks like. I'm so sick of this camera not showing anything, but anyways, just gonna put that on. Amazing. And that's all done. And I just take, what was that? And that's the finished look. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you maybe next time.